Warriors. My name is Tori and I'm the yoga instructor for Texas A&M Central Texas. And this time let's work a little bit more on balance, which kind of seems silly because almost all of yoga postures are there to help us build our foundational strength, which helps us with balance. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do a little work today. Let's get started in our plank pose. So we're going to line up the hands beneath our shoulders, and we're going to have the legs out long behind us, toes tucked under. We're going to try and line up our shoulders, hips, and heels together, okay? So that's our high plank pose. Take a great breath. Okay, let's turn our heels to our right side, so one foot in front of the other, both feet holding strong in the mat. Drop the right hip and shoulder, lift the left hip and shoulder, and reach the left palm to the sky. Whew, side plank, hang in there. Great breath in the body, reaching with the left hand to the sky. We're going to go to the other side, so let's level back out. Both hands, heels to the sky, heart, hips, and heels in line, and let's turn the heels to our left side, one foot in front of the other. Drop the left hip and shoulder, lift the right. Hold strong, keep breathing. And reach with that right hand. All right, when you're ready, level back out. High plank. Let's push the hips up and back, downward facing dog. When you're ready, let's bring the heart forward for high plank. And this time, let's release all the way to the ground. All right, so elbows are tucked in close. Tops of the feet are flat. Let's lift the heart away from the ground for just a moment. Baby cobra. Okay, when you're ready, let's release back down to the ground. Let's rise up to tabletop. Let's neutralize our spine here a little bit. So we're going to try our cat and cow from tabletop. Hands beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips, elbows a little bit soft. Inhale, drop the belly button, look forward. Exhale, sweep the belly up and look back. And let's try this 3 more times with our breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Awesome. Come back to your neutral spine. Let's bring the hips around to meet the mat for a seated posture. Knees to the sky. And in fact, let's roll back on the mat. So we're going to be practicing our bridge pose here. So we need the spine nice and long, including the neck. So we're going to relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Take up a long space across the mat from hips to shoulders. Lengthen the neck. Keep the face neutral, looking up at the sky. Flatten the arms beside the hips so that the shoulder to the elbow and the elbow to the hand is all pressed into the mat here. So the whole arm is flattened beside the body. Palms flat beside the hips. Heels flat beneath the hips. And then knees standing to the sky. So we're going to roll through our bridge poses here. On the inhale with neck neutral, looking at the sky. We're going to push the hips up as tall as we can. Roll up to the top of the shoulders. Push, push, push the hips. And then exhale, roll back down. Tap the tailbone. Inhale, rise for bridge. Lift as much as you can. Exhale, roll to relax. Tap. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise. And last time, exhale, release. Okay, before we move on, scoop the knees up over the chest, wrap the arms strong around the legs, even tuck the chin to the chest. We're going to find like an egg shape in the body. We're going to bind ourselves up like an egg. And then rest the shoulders in the back of the head. And if you like, you can roll side to side in our regular knees to chest posture, just to kind of bring the spine back to a more familiar place, a more comfortable place, hopefully. Okay. From here, let's go ahead and roll to our favorite side. Press off of the mat, and let's find tabletop again. So hands and knees to the mat. Spine nice and level between. Okay. Elbows a little bit soft. Let's tuck the toes under, push the hips up and back, push the heart towards the knees. We've got downward facing dog. Let's sweep the right leg high behind us, three-legged dog. Bring the right knee forward and plant the foot by the hands so that the knee is safe over the ankle. No matter how much we need to plant and scoot the foot forward, or we will wobble to get there. Okay, let's slowly rise. No hurry at all. We're just finding our high lunge, our warrior one. Front knee stays over the ankle. Back leg long. Sweep the palms tall. And like I mentioned before, we're not reaching to the sky with our hands, okay? Because that's going to bring our shoulders up to our ears. Instead, leave the arms long, shoulders down, and then lift the heart to the sky so that we're lengthening the spine. Big breath in the body. One more. Awesome. Let's forward fold. Bring the palms to the ground. Whew. Let's sweep the right leg back, hips to the sky, heart to the knees, downward facing dog. Really push through. We're going to sweep the left leg high behind us, and then exhale, step the left foot forward until the knee is safe over the ankle. Okay, even if we have to scoot a little bit, we're going to rise up, slow and easy, no hurry. You got this. All right, knee safe over the ankle. We've got our high lunge or our warrior one. Sweep the palms to the sky. Again, not scrunching the shoulders. We're going to keep the shoulders down, but lift with the heart. Big breath. One more. Awesome. Let's forward fold. Bring the palms to the ground. This time, step that right foot forward to meet the left foot for a forward fold. Soften the knees, hang the crown of the head heavy. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Okay. Let's rise up for our half lift, meeting the top of the shin bone. Balancing the spine level to the ground. Breathe. Keep breathing. Exhale, forward fold. Okay, let's make our way up to our mountain. So we're going to climb through that half lift with a straight spine all the way up into standing, where we can roll the shoulders back at the top. We can keep breathing. We can wobble out the knees, shake out the elbows if we need to. Okay, when we get into our mountain pose, Tadasana, we're going to sweep the palms tall overhead. Again, lifting with the heart, not the hands. Okay, we're going to take a back bend on the exhale. Come back into neutral. Okay, lace the fingers over the midline of the body. Turn the heel of the palm to the sky. Let's lean to one side. Okay, remember, hips remain over the heels. The heart is what moves. Inhale to neutral. Exhale, lean to the opposite side. Big breath when you get there. Awesome. Come back to neutral. Release the hands heavy to your sides. Shake it out if you need to. Get a little loosey-goosey, okay? Whatever helps. Here we go. Let's start building that balance. So we're going to start in our mountain, and we're going to move into a chair pose. So let's start with hands at the hips for now. Feet just about hip distance apart. Soften the knees and begin to sit down as if you're sitting into an imaginary chair behind you. The hips push back and then down, okay? So we're leaning back and sitting down. We're not coming forward over the toe. Pushing back, okay? You got it. Even if that means you're not going as far, okay? From this chair pose, to keep the heart lifted, try to look up and forward. And that's going to keep your chest lifted. Now, we're going to try our balance. So let's lean to one side, peel up the opposite heel, and then let's see if we can use that leaning side or that strong leg side. Let's use that hand to help guide the free foot over our knee, okay? So it's our number 4 chair. You can stay in regular chair, or on your leaning side, you can have the opposite leg tiptoe across the ankle, or the knee across the knee. Okay, but if you want to try number 4 chair, the tiptoe side leg brings that heel across the standing knee. All right, and we've got that number 4 chair, woo, or otherwise balancing chair. And if you come out of the posture, breathe and try it again, okay? Maybe we tiptoe across the ankle, maybe we tiptoe knee over knee, woo, and we'll find our balance, or we'll try the chair with our number 4. Big breath. One more for good measure. All right, let's drop the tiptoe down. Plant both heels, stand up tall, wobble out the knees, shake out the arms. Okay. So, whichever side we leaned to last time, we're going to lean to the opposite side this time, and that's going to be our strong side, and the other side is going to be our tiptoe, okay? So, feet hip distance apart, knees a little bit soft, spine tall. When you're ready, exhale, bend at the knee, but push the hips back to find a chair. Okay, we're not sitting forward over the toes, we're sitting back over the heels. All right, looking forward and up to keep our chest lifted. We're going to decide what we're going to do on our tiptoe side, but we're going to lift that heel, lift the knee, okay? Maybe we tiptoe across the standing foot, or try to cross our tiptoe knee over our standing knee. I know a lot of weird terms here. Or we can use the standing side to help balance, okay, our tiptoe ankle across our standing leg. I'm trying not to use right and left here because you guys can use whatever you need, including props, and you can change sides as often as you want. If holding is not the game for you today and you just want to step in and out and in and out of the posture, that's okay too. I'm not the boss of you, as long as you're trying. All right, let's try 2 more breaths. Maybe we have a number 4 chair. Maybe we just have a balancing chair. Okay. And when you're ready, let's drop that tiptoe to the ground. Plant both heels, stand up tall, shake it out. Loosey-goosey. If balancing were easy, we'd do it all day, every day. So, pace yourself. Once we're back in our mountain pose, let's go ahead and sweep the palms tall overhead. Again, lifting with the heart, not the hands. We'll take a little back bend. We'll find our neutral spine. Dive into our forward fold. Inhale, rise up for our half lift. Exhale, hang heavy, palms to the ground. Let's take our left leg long behind us. Okay, so we tried this lunge earlier, but we lifted all the way up. Instead of lifting, let's twist here. So we'll leave the left palm in the mat, and then we'll walk the right palm over the right thigh. Maybe even sweep the right hand to the sky. We're going to lift the right hip and shoulder, and let the left shoulder and right shoulder line themselves up with each other. Okay, great twist in our runner's lunge. All right, let's try meeting our high plank, both palms to the mat, both feet back, hips lower. Whew, high plank. When you're ready, push the hips up and back. Sweep the left leg high and step forward with the left foot. Take your time, scoot, weeble wobble, whatever helps. Okay, we're going to do the same twist on this side, but right hand stays in the mat. Left hand to the left thigh. Maybe left hand overhead. And we'll take our time trying to line up the shoulders and line up the wrists. Hang in there. That's the balance. You got this. All right, when you're ready, let's come back down to our high plank. Left foot meets the right foot, lower the hips, hang in there. Okay, we'll try our side planks again. Turn your heels to the right side, one foot in front of the other. Left hand to the sky, great breath. All right, find high plank, nice and neutral. Okay, same thing, opposite side. Heels to our left. Hand rises up. Whew. When you're ready, come back down to neutral. Push the hips up and back to the sky. All right, let's bring the knees down to the mat, tabletop. Whew. Breathe for a moment. Sway side to side to kind of take a little tension out of the wrists. Okay, come to neutral. Sway a little bit forward and a little bit back. All right, nothing too fancy, not too far, not too fast. Just trying to wake up those wrists again. In fact, let's go ahead and sit back on our heels. Stack the spine up tall. We'll see if we're comfortable back here in our hero's pose or not. But if you are comfortable sitting down in this posture and holding, take the palms in front of you, lace the fingers, rock the wrists around. Okay. Release the hands from each other, shake it out. Sorry, a lot on the wrists so quickly. Anyway, when you're ready, let's come forward to our tabletop. Once we get into our tabletop, let's go ahead and tuck the toes under, sweep the hips up and back, walk forward for your forward fold, rise up for your half lift, release. Okay, let's go ahead and rise all the way into mountain. Roll the shoulders back, get a little loosey-goosey, shake it out. All right, so now we're gonna go into one of our more familiar postures in yoga, our tree pose. Awesome balance posture. We start from our mountain. We're gonna kind of hold the tree for a moment and then we're gonna move with it into our next posture a couple times. So let's start with tree first. I'm gonna be at an angle because I wanna be able to move later. So feet beneath the hips, knees a little bit soft, spine a little tall, roll the shoulders back. And you've got this, mountain pose. Okay, for tree, let's bring the hands to heart center, elbows wide, so we're pushing firmly between the two hands. Let's sway a little bit over to one side. Let's lift the opposite heel and knee. Let's point that knee open to that side of the room. And maybe we prop the heel up against our standing leg. Okay. Maybe we come to the meaty, muscly part of our calf. Hang in there. Now I'm not going too high. I'm not pushing too hard into this tree because we're going to flow with it in a moment. Let me try not to fall. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, I'm going to rotate a little bit more. Now that you got the idea of our tree, standing leg and our hovering leg. That's what we'll call it. Okay. My next challenge for you is to point that hovering knee at the front of the room and let the hovering heel balance freely without touching the standing leg. Okay? So we're kind of in the beginning of our airplane posture. To get to airplane, I want to encourage you for that standing knee to soften a little bit. That will help your balance, okay? When we exhale, we're going to sweep the hands back and push that toe to the back of the room on our balancing or our hovering side. And then we're going to exhale and bring the knee forward, bring the hands to heart center. Okay, almost tree. Exhale, push back, airplane. Inhale. Let's try this 2 more times. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last time, hold the airplane just a little bit longer. All right, let's come forward and drop the toe, drop the arms, shake it out. Get a little loosey-goosey, okay? No pressure, no judgment, no expectation. Let's try that on the opposite side. So I'll go ahead and rotate. All right, so we're gonna start in our tree pose again. Heels beneath the hips, knees soft, spine tall. Shoulders back, which means our heart space is open. So let's move to tree. Bring the hands to heart center. Press firmly between the two hands so you got something to focus on. Okay, let's shift our body weight to the opposite side, which has not been our standing side yet. Okay, we'll lift the hovering knee and hovering heel. And then we're going to point that knee open to our side of the room. Okay. Maybe we'll stay at the ankle, or maybe we'll rise up to the muscle in that calf. Again, we're not pressing against the kneecap, okay? We're not pressing against the inside of that knee. We're being very mindful because those knees only bend in one direction, and so we're not trying to do anything fancy here, okay? Tree pose. You got it. Root that standing leg in strong. Okay. I'm going to rotate because we're going to move with our tree. You've got it. All right, so let's point that hovering knee towards the front of the room and let the hovering foot hover. All right. When you're ready, we'll soften that standing knee a little bit. We're going to exhale, press back into airplane. Woo. And then we'll inhale, come forward for our almost tree. Exhale, press back. All right, one side of the body is always a little more challenging. Let's try this 2 more times. Exhale to extend. Inhale, come forward. Last time, we're going to exhale, extend, and try to hold for a moment. Ooh, airplane. When you're ready, let's come forward to balance for just a moment, maybe. And then we'll stand and shake it out, get a little loosey-goosey. I'm going to face the top of my mat again. Really let it go. Okay. Now, today we're going to try our dancer's pose, which we may have tried a while ago, but let's try it again today. All right, I want to encourage the use of props here. What I mean by props could be furniture, just about hip or maybe even a little bit higher than hip height for you, or easy peasy wall space. Not my window, but wall space. All right, so we're going to go for our dancer's pose. So I'm going to start back here by the wall, actually. All right, so I got one hand on the wall to support me in case I need it. You could also come face to face with the wall and press against it because we're going to be leaning forward. So let's say that our wall side is our standing side, and our hovering side is open in the free space in the room before us, okay? So the wall side leg is our standing side. Let's lean the body weight over there. And let's keep that knee strong. And let's soften up our room side or our hovering side knee. Okay. Now we're going to bring that room side heel to our hand. So let's fold that heel up close to the glute. Now the challenging part in this quadricep stretch, I'll show you, is trying to get there. And then trying to keep our hovering knee in line with our standing knee. So far too often when we're here, that knee wants to come back already, or it wants to come forward, or we want to splay out to the side just to reach it. And then you'll see how it throws off your balance. So we want to line up the heart, hips, and knees with each other. So we got to keep that room side shoulder back. Okay, so that we're reaching for the foot. All right, let me get back to the wall. So we've got our standing side, our wall side, and our room side, our hovering side, okay? So the knees are in alignment. Let's go ahead and use our next exhale to push the heart forward and kick into our hand. So we're going to be bringing that knee back, bringing the heart forward, okay? And some people are going to be super comfortable practicing this out in the free space without any props. So just be mindful that as you're moving back, you're not moving out of alignment. Okay? Keeping the hips as level as we can. The knee can move back and the heart can move forward with or without a prop. Dancer's pose. One more breath. Okay, back into alignment, slow and easy. Release the heel to the ground. Definitely shake it out. All right. Now, whichever side was our wall side or our standing side, let's take a step back with that foot. Okay, so that leg was strong and it was holding us straight up. The hovering side is now planted before us. Let's sweep the palms tall. And when we exhale with a long spine, push the hips back and push the heart forward. And slowly bring the hands to the top of your thigh. Not on top of the kneecap, way up on the thigh. so that you're lengthening your spine and lengthening the hamstring on that leg that we were just really challenging the front of before. Okay, from pyramid rise up, tall spine, shake it out, okay? Change up your pattern. So we want to get the opposite side to be our standing side this time, and if that means that we need a prop, we'll find wall space. I'm not going to stay back here, but we can prop ourselves up beside a wall, in front of a wall, or next to a different prop, okay? So I'm going to try this one this time. We'll see how it goes. All right, so our new wall side, our new standing side, we're going to shift on over to there. We're going to soften up our room side, our soft hovering side. Okay, we're going to soften that standing leg a little bit because it helps with our balance, but we're going to bring that hovering heel to our glute. All right, so remember, I'm going to face the camera again. A lot of times we throw off, hang on, let me see if I can do it. We throw off our alignment to try to catch that heel, and then we stay way out here. Bring it back in alignment, okay? Roll that shoulder back if it helps. But the heart, hips, and heel are in line, and the hips are gonna stay level the whole time. That's the hard part, okay? The hips are gonna stay level. The knees are in alignment. We've got a wall before us, a wall beside us, or a prop before us. When you are ready, we're gonna exhale, push the heart forward, kick into the hand, and that's gonna send our knee back. Try to keep the hips level, dancer's pose. Okay, try to point the knee to the back of the room. Let's say one more breath. Sorry, let's do two more just because. Whew. All right, when you're ready, bring the knees back in alignment. Release the heel. Shake it out. Okay, our standing side is going to take a walking step back. Okay, that's all. Toes pointed forward, hips, heart pointed forward. All right, let me give myself a little more length. Okay, it's up to you how long that step is. When you're ready, sweep the palms tall. Exhale, push the hips to the back of the room. Take a bow. Send the heart to neutral. If you're feeling a lot of tension in that thigh, go ahead and soften up the knee a little bit. All right, no need to bully ourselves here. We do want to feel uncomfortable, but we don't want to yank or pull anything. Okay, so soften up that knee if it feels wild. All right, when you're ready, rise back up. Take a step forward. Shake it out. I said that a lot today. Anyway, okay, let's go ahead and sweep the palms tall overhead. Again, we're lifting to the sky, not with the hands, but with the heart. Maybe take a back bend. Find our neutral spine. Let's forward fold. Soften the knees as we go. Okay. Rise up to our half lift. Balance there, strong spine. Exhale, forward fold. Now to ease up on our low back space, let's set the feet a little bit outside of hip distance, just a little bit. And then we'll cross the arms heavy underneath the upper body. And we'll sway side to side. Not far, not fast, just a little something, something. Okay, that's gonna help us lengthen that low back space again. Awesome, drop the hands heavy. Let's go ahead and set the feet hip distance apart. Walk those feet way back for downward facing dog. Push the heart through one more time. And let's go ahead and drop the knees and untuck the toes and fold into our child's pose. So start with hands way out long, forehead heavy. With the hands way out there, we're lengthening the spine. And finally, let's focus on rounding the spine. So this could be your final relaxation place, or you could, lie on the back and create any recline space that you like, or seated space. You could find a seated posture as well. But moving for final relaxation today, let's try sweeping the hands back. Leaving the forehead heavy, finally dropping the elbows wide and heavy. And just be where you are. So it kind of feels a little bit like a turtle here, but it's still our child's pose. We're just focused more on rounding the spine rather than lengthening. And like I said, take at least a few breaths here. And if you want to change your final relaxation to recline on the mat, if you want to lie down and then hug the knees to your chest or kick the legs way out long to the end of the mat and just take up a bunch of space, that's perfect for final relaxation. Any seated posture would count as well. So just a couple more breaths and then you can change your position, change your mind. Whatever works for you here, okay? This is your restfulness. Okay. Whenever you feel ready to wrap up your practice, if you've been reclined, roll to one side and then climb up. If you've stayed in child's pose, take a little bit of time to roll the neck and the forehead side to side. Maybe even roll the hips side to side if that's comforting for you. But wherever you've been for final relaxation, let's make our way to any seated posture that works for you. I'm going to stay in hero's pose just because I like the stretch on the ankle, but you can go into butterfly. You could go into just comfortable crisscross happy pose or legs way out long. It's up to you, okay? Any comfortable seated place. Root the hips down where you're at. Build up the spine. Remember, lifting with the heart. Rolling the shoulders back. Relax the face one last time. So relax the forehead. Relax the eyes. Relax the cheeks and the jaw. Okay. All right, it's at this time at the end of our practice today that I'd like to thank you for choosing to share your time and your practice with me here. And again, it is the light within me that honors and bows to the light within you. Namaste.